you want to attend the next ARG regional event? Make sure you pre-register online at dragonballsuper-regionals.com. The next event is scheduled for the weekend of April 14th and 15th in beautiful San Jose, California. Need a place to stay for the event? Head over to super-collectibles.com and buy a ticket to the KitchenTableMeta Team House. For only $300, you get a private room for Friday and Saturday night, one-on-one coaching, dinner with the pro team, and much, much more.
Okay, guys, what is up? And welcome to round number 2 of ARG Presents Regional Events here at beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. I have, of course, my boy, George Machado, here with me commentating.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. We have Broly, the green player, on the left. Josh Bradley playing Broly. He actually told me before he sat down, he goes, Dusty, I was on your stream, and I told you to talk me out of playing Broly. And I guess I didn't do a good enough job, so here he is playing it.
What the hell, Dusty?
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I messed up. And then we have Raul Ochoa.
Ochoa.
Oh, I got it right. Awesome.
Yes.
From Team Bearded on the right, the red player playing Golden Frieza, which is a fantastic leader that's PPG's very own Peter Catani. I feel like put on the map.
Bertani.
Yeah. Peter Bertani. Isn't that like
Who is that guy?
Isn't that like a water filter brand? It's like, yeah.
So Golden Frieza. Actually, it looks like a lot of Team Bearded is on it. I know George Fernandez is here. He was at the ARG State Championship not too long ago, and he was also piloting the Golden Frieza. I know you did a deck tech with him. It was actually really interesting. He had some unique choices. Let's see if a lot of his team players actually are using the same interesting replacements. When you talk to him, he didn't like Cooler. Blood of the Time.
I know. He didn't like
Cooler.
Yeah.
Thoughtsy's Frieza, aka Clan of Terror.
That guy's, I feel like that card's really good. Like, I understand not wanting to play like 4 of them, like maybe play 2 or something, but I feel like that's like such a good utility card. I'm really surprised that so many people are against that card.
I completely agree. I think it's something that gives you more of a toolbox effect to the deck. You spread out a lot of different things. When I was actually playing the deck, because I was still playtesting for this event, I'm like, I don't know if this is going to change his mind last minute. I don't know if he is in the right mind state to ask me to commentate. I'm actually not even that good. And
you're doing fantastic, by the way. That's incorrect.
I was like, I'm just going to train just in case. And I was trying to give the Golden Frieza deck a spin, and I saw myself in positions where, like, my opponent doesn't have a board sometimes, and I just want to cast a creature and then get some value out of it. Attack, which is 20k double strike, and then you can just sack it off. It just gives you so much flexibility and toolbox ability with the Golden Frieza leader, just because you can sack it off after you're done attacking and getting the value out of it and just draw a card and replenish mana. So it's really good card, really well-rounded, but there has to be reasons against it. And I think he was playing Beerus instead. Maybe he was.
I like Beerus a lot. I mean, obviously Beerus is my boy. You know, one of my favorite leaders. I mean, my favorite characters in the game. And I think honestly, Beerus, the 4-drop, is criminally underplayed right now. I feel like it's such a good removal spell. It doesn't have any downside except you have to wait for 5 energy. But you know, it's still a 20,000 double striker. I mean, the Beerus like 4-drop was like what I call the curve, right? Like that's the staple of like what a 4-drop needs to be play-able. And I feel like I wish I could see him get played more. I feel like he's awesome. He was played in almost every deck in set 1. In set 2, we don't really see him that much, and I hope he gets a boost in set 3. I don't know.
Starter Goku even pushed it completely out of the main
I know, which is, I still run 4 in my version. I love that guy. I feel like he's so good. All right, so here we have Raul already at a ridiculous amount of energy. It looks like, right? He has 2, 4, 6 energy already. Like, holy crap!
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a couple objections. No, wait,
that's a graveyard.
I was like, holy crap, what's happening?
That's 4 energy.
That's 4 energy.
He charged a result of training, so you'll probably see a result of training coming from Raul in the next turn.
Yeah, actually, you talked about testing. I talked about this a lot, where we talked about yesterday, where it's like you hate to play that results in your energy so soon, because you're essentially telling your opponent, hey,
attack me.
I have it. Yeah, attack me. Don't let me awaken with results. Exactly. Right, absolutely. But sometimes it's the only choice you have. You know what I mean? So.
It's also a mind game, too. I see a lot of our guys do it sometimes. They just charge the results. They don't even have another results. They're just like, I'm just going to let you attack me.
I'm going to see if I can trick you into it.
Yeah. And so it's really cool how you can mind game people just by what you charge.
I think it's a little underutilized tactic we see in card games in general, especially in person, is mind gaming your opponent. There's a lot of times where you can, draw something and act disappointed. You're like, oh man, that sucks. And the people are like, oh, you got nothing. And you're like, I gotcha. It's like the best card.
No, it's fantastic. I really like to see how that evolves as the game evolves, because I think it's something that comes with a lot more experience and players that can actually catch on to the reads on like what you charge and stuff like that. And I don't think the game is completely there yet, but it's going to be at a whole different dimension as soon as we get there.
Absolutely. Broly's ring coming down for Josh, which is very important.
That's
you know,
what he wants to
again,
see.
one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Broly, I know people always yell at me for saying that, but I'm not a huge fan of him, mainly because I feel like he can't attack battle cards, and he needs a card to be decent. Like, he needs Broly's ring to be effective, and that's he did get the card though, so here we go.
If Broly could just start with Broly's ring, I think it would just be infinitely
it's
better.
weird to me that they did that for the set 2 leaders, but left out the set 1 leader.
Yeah.
So.
Especially ones that are so critical to play with the field spell.
Yeah. And there's results. We talked about it. There it is. Shouldn't be too surprising from Josh. I'm sure he expected that to come out. And there it is.
All right, so Awakening at 7 life here. I don't think you're very happy if you're Josh here.
If you're
not what
Josh,
he
you're
wants
pretty
to.
upset. The thing about Broly, though, he is pretty good in these grindy games, though. I mean, he can come back from these positions. You know, a 15,000 attacker that makes you discard a card every turn is pretty powerful in this situation. And the fact that Josh hasn't awakened yet is actually kind of going to be in his favor for this game, because he's going to be able to ping away at Raul's cards in hand. So, all right, Josh. Raul attacking in for Josh for 1 here, hitting him, knocking him to 6.
Yeah, the only thing that's unfortunate here is that Raul is now awakened, so he's 15, so the Broly's never actually connecting. But you're still getting that discard effect out of the Broly. So
Yeah.
Josh is really rushing to see if he finds a TN. A TN would be actually really good right now. You'd be able to clear at least a threat, because it's probably going to sack off the Frieza. The Trunks is going to go away at the end of turn.
Well, here's a question for you,
Yeah.
George. Let me ask you about this here. We'll see what happens with Josh here, but Raul talking 15,000 and 10,000. If you're Josh, do you attack in with Broly before you awaken, just to force your opponent to discard a card that they can't gain back? You know what I'm saying?
So you attack before awakening your Broly?
You lose a card
Uh-huh.
because you don't draw, but because he's at 4 life now. Actually, now he's at 4 life. I'm sorry. But do you attack in with Broly before you awaken, make your opponent discard a card out of hand, and then awaken, draw 2?
There's situations that you would do that. It really depends on whether Josh has like a floater or something that he uses, like a Majin Buu. If he has a Majin Buu 1-drop, then you Majin Buu 1-drop, draw a card, flip over your Broly, attack, sacrifice your Majin Buu. You know, because you don't want to be put in the position where you sacrifice your own Broly's ring.
Yeah,
so
you
if you
can't.
attack with a Broly on an open field and you're flipped, you're gonna have to sacrifice the Broly's ring. It's mandatory, and Broly's ring is a battle card.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yep.
You're gonna be put in that position. So we're gonna see a flip here from Josh.
Looks like he did get Mass Sand here, which is actually...
It's also extremely good with
It
the
is.
overwhelm.
It is. It's
so
very, very
good.
good. It's very good. Obviously, he doesn't have anything on and drop area, which is going to make it hard for him to play this turn. But I think the overwhelm cards and has really given Broly that push. I think that Broly needed. So Broly is going to decide to. Josh is going to decide to awaken with Broly here, draw 2 cards.
Now, this is one of the best things that you can do. Pressure your opponent with 2 different discard outlets. And he's going to go hit a card with Gotenks. Gotenks is going to do his job. It's going to trade with a card in hand.
He's going to lust it here?
And then it's going to trade for another card.
And there's the
Oh,
lust. Going to decide to lust to go. That shows you how powerful Gotenks is. He's snapped lust that too.
That lust, he must have multiples. Oh, yep. You see another one in Raul's hand. There's not really many things that you're going to lust in Josh's deck. You're going to lust, obviously, the 6-drop. But that's not going to drop for like another few
This
turns.
puts Raul in a really weird situation, because essentially it lets Gotenks discard a card anyway, right? Because he's going to attack in here, and he has to protect it, because if he uses Boo to protect it, then he just kills it with Broly. You know what I mean? So
unless
it's a very good attack. It's actually a very smart attack.
It is. Yeah, so he doesn't have to attack the leader here because he negated the attack. Now Broly's going to attack the leader because that's the only option that he has. Sacrifice that Gotenks.
And the Boo comes
Broly's
out.
going to take the Boo.
One of the bad things about this matchup, too, George, we haven't had a chance to talk about yet, is that, honestly, Golden Frieza has a lot of guys they actually don't care if they die.
Yep.
They have Goldos, they have Sorbets, they have Boos, they have, so many things.
This was the matchup that we were actually playtesting the other night, and I found it extremely hard for the Golden Frieza player because Golden Frieza just sacrifices all its creatures on board most of the time to activate the ability of drawing a card and untapping a mana. So a lot of the time, Broly's not going to get that full efficiency, that full value, because it's not going to be able to have a target for the opponent to sack off on board.
Now, do you think Raul just changes his game plan here and just stops destroying his own guys?
He's got to stop destroying. He's going to start destroying his cards more, and he just has to play the 7-drop cooler game if he has it in his deck. If he doesn't have it in his deck,
God charge coming
you
down.
have a guard charge here, so now he's going to have to keep 2 cards on board.
Right.
And hopefully his opponent does not get rid of the Frieza, because then guard charge goes away for free on the Broly attack. It looks like he might not be playing the cooler engine, though, because he's resolved multiple trunks now. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
I know that a lot of people have been cutting cooler out of their deck, which is, again, that just surprises me. To me, it's like that's like the reason why you play Golden Frieza. That's a card you want. But
you can still play both in the same deck. You just got to learn when to, dump the cooler or dump the target for the cooler.
Mafuba coming down.
Mafuba in the Broly deck.
In the Broly deck coming down.
What's going on right
Josh
now?
is like, guys, I'm going to show you some cards you might not have seen before.
Okay, well, I think Raul just has to sacrifice to Frieza sometime.
If you told me at round 2 I would be seeing a God Charge get Mafuba, I would have said you're wrong.
You're completely out of your mind.
As it turns out, here we are. And I love it. It makes me so excited. It shows you how versatile this game is. This game is so versatile, George.
Mafuba, one of my favorite cards, actually. I can't believe it doesn't see more play, especially with Frieza leader.
I'll tell you, one thing with Mafuba that cracks me up is I remember the first time I saw the card, I was like, this card's not that good. I mean, I rated it. I think I gave it like a 1-star maybe or 2-star. I was like, that card's okay. And then I had it played against me like twice, and I was like, this card's absurd. This card's like the most absurd card in the whole game. Like, it's just so funny how the card might not seem that good, but once you play it a couple times or even get it played against you, it doesn't take long for you to see how powerful that card can be.
Well, I'm so surprised to see it in Broly is because Broly normally doesn't have extra energy to spare ever. You're always so bottlenecked with the energy that it takes to play all your cards. And you see Josh here is playing the full lineup. He has to be playing the full lineup of Broly's. I actually don't know how he fit all these cards in his deck because I was actually trying to make Broly myself.
Right.
And I found myself, if I played the package, I played the 12-card package, or it looks like Josh might be playing the 14-card package with the Broly promos because I wasn't even trying that. That you just get so bottlenecked with like all these cards that cost so much energy and like so much setup. You got to have the one. It
also kind of hurts your combo phase too. You have a bunch of 1 draw and 1 plus 10,000s.
Exactly.
And it can definitely be pretty devastating.
Which is why I'm so surprised that this is going as smoothly as it is for Josh, and it looks like he has good card advantage. Doesn't have too much dedicated to the board right now. Raul actually had the mistake of leaving a Goldo on board. So the Broly's actually going to get some value.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get some value where Raul could have just played the Frieza. The Frieza that he had on board, he could have just attacked with it, sacked it off, untapped a mana, then passed. That's usually what you want to do. You don't want to give your opponent free cards with the Broly. The Broly's going to take something every turn. You don't want to take 2 things. You want it to take 1 thing.
Right. All right, so we see 15,000 to 15,000. Trunks. Man, Trunks so good in this Broly deck, by the way. He can kill it for free.
So good.
Sets up his next Trunks or Mass Saiyan.
You have no use for your drop area.
Right.
You're also getting rid of cards to the drop area, so that Trunks is actually fueling the next Trunks.
Absolutely. All right, so here he's gonna discard a Boo and kill the Goldo. 1 attack. He's gonna take it and go to 3. It looks like, guys. Sorry, I've not been keeping track of Raul's life here. I'm just so into this.
This game is so good.
So good. So he's at 3 life. There we go. 3 to 3. Broly and Golden Frieza. Josh still has a lot of energy, a lot of options, a lot of things he can do. Here comes Bio Broly. You hate to see that, as it turns out, George. This freaking card right here is just...
It's going to get him for multiple attacks.
It does. It's going to be a little bit difficult to come in this attack, right? Because he's already used Broly. Is there any other way he can sacrifice this card this turn? Is there any cards I'm not thinking of? I guess he just passes, actually. So he just passed. He played it out, passed. He's going to set this up for next turn.
Okay, yeah. That looks fine.
I guess Kel's a way you could set it up again, right?
Yeah, you can set it up with Kel. There's really no other way that I know of. But.
All right, Raul, taking a look at his hand here, trying to figure out how he's going to get out of the situation, which, by the way, he is in a situation.
He is in a pickle.
He's in a pickle, as it turns out.
By some pickle man.
By a big green-haired Saiyan that looks freaking scary. He's been lifting a couple times. So Raul does have another God Charge in hand. We saw that. So that could be a good play this turn. Puts a lot of pressure on Broly, and Broly only has 3 life. We'll see what he decides to do here.
It's hard because if you're Raul, you don't want to dedicate a big beater on board because it's going to go away. Now, at the end of Raul's turn, actually, I don't know if he's going to keep this in mind for his turn. That God Charge is going to leave that Mafuba.
Yes, sir.
And then he's going to be able to have another option to sack outlet option. So if Raul actually does not remember that and actually passes with a clear board, that God Charge is going to
die for free.
It's going to die for free because it's just going to come off the Mafuba and that Broly is just going to eat it up. So he's going to have to throw something on board here. And let's see if he actually takes note to that. He has a lot of energy. What do you have? 6? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
7 energy.
7 energy.
Don't expect them to play that much more energy for the rest of the turn, by the way.
I think
especially
7 is
when
fantastic.
you're playing against Broly, because you want to have that extra cards to be able to discard.
Man, you're seeing Time Patrol Trunks coming down almost every turn for both players.
Both games this
It's
tournament
just
too. We've seen
fantastic.
so many of these Time Patrol Trunks. If you guys don't have your playsets of
please
Time
pick
Patrol,
them up.
yes, get them. They are so good.
I would say to go to our website to have them, but unfortunately, this is one of those cards that we can't possibly get our hands on. It's out of stock everywhere. Hit up your local Target.
They actually do have them at
I don't
Target,
really-
which is
yeah,
actually pretty
it's
cool.
just great, yeah. I mean, I wish they would supply us like they supplied Target on this item, but they're normally very good. Bandai's very good with supplying product.
Right.
But this one, I don't know if they did it on purpose or they just didn't think it was going to be this popular.
Right, didn't expect it to be that popular.
But,
Yeah.
you
This
know,
card is insane.
unfortunately, I want some Time Patrol Trunks, so if you want, sell them to Pro Play Games.
So here, Raul attacking 15,000 into 20,000.
Another 6 mana for another card charge?
Maybe.
Oh.
Ooh, full power Frieza.
Full power Frieza, which is unfortunately not as good. Oh, there goes the dork that we needed to play. Oh, but he's sacking it off for the mana. See, that dork would have been perfect.
Yeah, because
to
now we're in
sack
such
off
I guess he's
for the Broly.
What do you get rid of here?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have 2 great choices. You have 2 high power threats to
I think
pick.
you get rid of God Charge, right? Like full power is the best threat in this because like your opponent's at 3, right? And so like full power is probably the better game ender, right?
Yeah, that's a better game ender at this point. I'm actually surprised that Raul didn't just try to go in
Didn't
there.
just attack with it,
right?
get some cards
Yeah.
there. I was actually just about to say the same thing.
Because, like,
It
what
seems
is your
like a little
opponent
bit
going to do?
Right.
Like, attack it with your Bio Broly? Like, no, that's not going to happen. But at the same time, maybe he's putting Josh on better kill list right now. So, I think the line of play here would be, I don't know if you attack first. Yeah, that Frieza is just going to get free blocking. Should have just attacked with the Broly first, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to
Bait
put,
out.
put a little pressure on the full power here.
Yeah, maybe throw a 10K.
Right. Because, I mean, honestly, if he can find a way to kill this full power this turn, he clears the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe he's... See what Josh decides to do. Still thinking.
Yeah, because now when he attacks with the Broly, he's going to be able to block it. Blocks go before autos? No, autos first.
Yeah, it's negates, autos, blocker combo. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
So the auto would resolve destroying the... I think it's Raul's choice anyways.
it is, yeah.
Yeah. He'll probably keep the full power Frieza here. Yeah, probably
You
would
think,
have
you think he'll bring this back?
the Bio Army?
Yeah,
It
you think
depends on
it's-
how many cards he's in hand, and if he has like a
Wait,
Broly's
we
ring
see
or
Josh
something.
have a Mafuba in hand.
Oh.
Wait, and Raul choosing to discard Dodora, that can't be the right discard, right? There has to be
Wait, what?
any other card in his hand better than Dodora.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why he values that Frieza over.
And then use
There
it.
has to be something he knows that we don't know here.
There has to be something. There has to be something there.
So it looks like he doesn't have a Dodora in hand.
And so it looks
KL's
like here
gonna come down. Oh, man.
Wait, is Josh just playing? Wait a second. Did Josh forget to get his bio all the way back? Or, no, he do it. I just didn't see it. Maybe that's what happened. Because it looks like right now that he just played Kel on an empty board. And then Raul is coalescing it.
Nope. It looks like he just chose to not bring back the Bio Army, played the KL, tried to kamikaze. Raul either saw that or didn't see that and just threw a cold bloodlust.
I mean, I think Raul kind of had to do that. That's actually a pretty expert play by Josh, honestly. He's like, because you got to think about it. If he plays out Kel and he doesn't coalesce it, then he gets to kill the 3-drop here, and then it puts Raul in a really weird situation where now Broly is threatening his blocker. So yeah, man, that's actually a pretty good play.
I don't know why Josh wouldn't just take the free hit on the Frieza, though.
I think he just wanted to get a dork into play.
Josh did?
Yeah, Raul, right?
Oh. Yeah, Raul wanted to get a dork in play,
Yeah.
yes. But on Josh's side, why not just, like, if Raul cares so much about that, like, to the point where he discards the Doria over the 10K, then why not just attack the 10K, make him dedicate another card, you know?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that seems weird to me. All right, since you've been coming down. Again, we know that Josh has a Mafuba, which is
man,
going to
this
be
is
his
gonna be-
answer
it's gonna be
to
great.
this full power Frieza, and you can't imagine that Raul would be expecting another one. To me, whenever I see one Mafuba being played against my opponent, I assume he has all 4 of them in his
Yeah.
hand. Like, I always play around. That's terrible.
At
but
least 2. Like, nobody
No,
plays
all
just one
4.
Mafuba, yeah.
Right.
Oh, man, he's throwing a 10K at this Frieza. He really wants to get him down to 2. Not sure why. That full power Frieza represents lethal here.
Right,
so
right.
if Raul keeps all these cards and tries to play it, you can't assume that your opponent has another Mafuba, you know? Oh,
Right.
another double strike in Menace. Taking down that KO that Josh desperately wanted on board.
Here we go.
Now
Beerus.
threatening, yeah.
Just talking
Gotta
about
throw
our boy
another
Beerus.
5K.
Another Sensu
Hitting that 25 mark.
Josh is deciding. Well, I guess no. Never mind. He started a combo, so he's not going to Mafuba.
I think you just take this here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that. You have.
Just
you
take
have
it,
a
Mafuba, and try to kill your opponent next turn. But your opponent has 4 energy untapped. Can have 6 by tributing off that Frieza. And then if he has like another God Charge or full power, then
I'm so curious to see what Raul is going to do here.
that'd be it.
I'm really excited to see what he does here. If he
Yeah.
decides to go.
All in. Because your opponent's at 1, you know? This is what makes or breaks you here. Sometimes plays like this. you're
Raul is
just, like,
checking his
thinking, you're
discard pile.
thinking,
He's trying to see, like,
checking
man, what
the
could you
discard.
have? What could
How
you
many
have?
10Ks? Here's where, in the moment in the game where you're like checking your opponent's discard, see how
Right.
many 10Ks are done, how many negates are done, how many Mafubas in this case, because Josh is playing Mafuba. So that's something that can definitely ruin any type of game-ending plan that Raul might have. He's already in a good position at 3 life.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're at like 1 or 2 life, you definitely like go for it. But he might be able to just afford to sacrifice a turn here just for safety reasons. Looks like he's going to tribute off that Dork.
Draw cards, gets. It looks like a Goldo. That's what I saw. I briefly saw some green. There it is, the Goldo. Oh, how do,
And he has a goal. He has a God Charge too. Hey, that was
I
pretty
know.
good. Bird's eye view by
yeah,
it.
That's well, what I mean is about that draw. It's a great play right here. It gives you 2 blockers, which really puts Raul in a situation where he could definitely probably survive lethal next
Yep.
turn. He has a negate in hand and 2 blockers.
At this point, you're 100% comfortable passing the turn. as
Yeah, I
Raul.
think I don't think you have to like try to go on.
And then you have a God Charge for next turn. That's just so many threats. It's gonna be
Josh.
Josh's turn here. He
God
has yet to
Charge.
play a Broly card, like an actual like Broly card. Like, where's the 1-drop? Where's the? Oh, wait, did he play Bio Broly?
Yeah, he did play Bio
Oh, okay,
Broly.
okay,
No,
okay.
but not the 5-drop. He played like the Bio Army.
Oh,
or
the
whatever.
Bio
Yeah,
Army.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
He has,
So no
we haven't
Broly
seen-
cards
we haven't
yet.
saw it. I think he might just use that set 1 Broly as a removal card and doesn't actually run the chain. He does have Super Saiyan Gotenks in hand. Last card on the left there.
That may actually be very interesting if he's just playing the one energy Broly and the promo Broly. That'd
There
be
it is.
actually really cool. Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Josh
so
does
he's
such a
gonna
great
be
job
able-
playing around Cold Ball last
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I love whenever players play 1-drops and they wait. They're like, it's like, because
wanna
so many
do it?
right.
Bait
Would-
'em?
Yeah, would you like to?
Would you like to? I mean, I'm giving you this opportunity.
1-drop into 1-drop here.
Okay. It's not bad. He's already got a promo in his hand, so you can actually just evolve here.
He could evolve and kill full power.
Yep. And then there goes a blocker, and Broly attacks.
Does Raul have? Does he have another Cold Ball in hand? Do we know?
I believe
He literally has his
so.
hand in the perfect position to
Right.
hide it from us. Like he actually.
He planned this.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm not letting anybody know. There it is. I don't think I see a Cold so I think killing that full power could be
Yep. No.
what Josh needs to do.
Coblelas. He does have a
That
negate.
promo does have double strike, right? We can pull it up.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
I think it does have double strike.
It would be hard to believe that it does not have double strike, but
So it
we
could
can
be.
wrong.
It could be. Well, exactly what he needs here.
It's a promo. You'll probably drop it. Man, Dusty's organizational skills are just.
Here it is, guys.
Man.
Broly the Unstoppable Horror, 4/2 green, 15,000 does have double strike. When a card enters or evolves into this card, choose up to 1 opponent's battle card in the battle area and KO that card. Very powerful card.
Excellent card, especially with the new Broly promo. We saw the evolve go down by 2 on all Broly.
Wait a
cards.
second. So Josh is now deciding to attack in with Broly, 15,000 into double strike, and giving Raul the opportunity to just block here. Now wait. And Raul decides to take that.
No, yeah, he's taking it because he's winning next turn. Like, Raul has no choice but to win next turn, so he's gonna take the 2 cards.
And he
hands down.
passes? Is he passing now?
Yeah, he has to.
But why does he take it? If you can block it, you just block it, right? No. I see. Never mind.
No. He wants the 2 cards to
I
go
see
for
what
game.
Raul did. Okay,
Yeah.
Raul actually activates his guys before he sacrifices them. So I thought he passed the turn, but he is actually stacking with Broly. So see, that's what happens. Every time I try to change the life, I fall behind. Yeah, okay. So of course he's just going to attack with block with. Okay, so it kind of loses nothing there.
Still has the pressure of 2 attacks here from Raul.
I actually don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know that Raul can win next turn. Because
He still has
Josh
a God Charge, no?
Yeah,
yeah,
but
the
Mafuba. Right. So we have Mafuba and
there.
Whis' Cursion in hand. I actually think.
Man.
Wait, but Josh decided to tap a blue here.
No, he still has a blue up.
No,
But
I know,
you
but
want to
wouldn't he
keep
just tap
2.
a green?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. He definitely did mess up.
Does he have
on
a
that.
Sensu here? I can't see it.
He has.
Maybe he has a Sensu. I'm just stupid.
Yeah.
That could actually.
If he does, that's just some next in the level. No, I don't
Maybe
see
he
it.
doesn't
No,
have
Furious,
Mafuba. Maybe he just has 2
Vegeta.
Whis, and I'm misconfused. I confuse them. Here I've been hyping up this Mafuba all
Right.
game.
I'm gonna be really disappointed,
doesn't
Dusty.
come out.
I'm definitely replacing you with the next streamer I see. I'll take anybody.
Take
Get
anybody.
Danny hype over here.
Yeah, maybe they could actually know what. There's the 6-drop Broly. We know that's there.
So he is playing the 6-drop.
Yeah, I like that. 6-drop's insane.
Yeah.
I think 6-drop, honestly, legit is like one of the most underplayed cards in the game right now.
That card has ripped so many negates from my hand, and I'm so
That's what
frustrated.
it does. That's what it does. It says
Because I have other cards in hand.
it's always negates.
It's always negates.
Every time, yeah. But the card's actually absurd. 30,000
of
double
course.
striker that discard too. I think it's criminally underplayed.
Fantastic. Only thing better would be if it had triple strike.
Now Raul does have access to.
Okay. Was that a Broly going in?
Is Josh going to win this with little baby Broly? Let's see. There's 10,000. Goes up to 15. Goes up to 20. $25.
Okay.
I think he's just trying to take some cards out of his hand. Remember, he does have. I think now he doesn't have a Mafuba. I've lied to everyone. I'm sorry, but
He does have Whis Coercion.
He does have Whis, but it's not going to help him against this God Charge.
Nope. That guard charge is
15,000.
still going to get in.
All right, Josh, what do you do here, buddy?
I really hope
Does he
has
have
Sensu
a Trunks or
because
something in hand that we can't see? I don't think so. I think maybe we've seen
I
all
don't
the
think
Trunks
I've.
be played.
Have we seen any Trunks?
There's the first negates.
Alright. Now Raul's really checking the graveyard because
Yeah,
all you
he's
got to
like-
do is slide one more card in. Your opponent only has what, 3 cards in hand?
Yep.
We really can't see what's in Josh's hand. I don't know how many Trunkses he's gone through either. I don't think I've seen too many of those. Maybe just one. There's no Mafuba, of course. Dusty was lying to all of us, but
Oh, yeah, on purpose.
on purpose. He does have 2 negates, apparently. Josh has 2 negates, so looks like
Okay.
he might have another one here.
Yeah, we know he has 2 Whis. That's why it confused me that he tapped the blue, and as soon as he tapped that blue, I was like, man, I'm wrong about the Mafuba, because it doesn't make any logical sense why he would tap the blue if he had the Mafuba, but that's why I thought his hand was like Mafuba, negate, and that's why I was like, maybe he can't win next turn. I mean, he can't lose, but I actually think in this situation... And Raul getting a cold bloodlust off of that.
Chat's mad that you're not reading the comments.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize because I have to do the life and everything.
there's
And
so many things.
I know. There it is.
I'm
that
sorry.
handshake.
I'm going to take the responsibility for not
Please.
reading the comments.
No,
Sorry.
what? don't take that. I'm gonna take my headphones out.
That was an excellent game.
That was an amazing game.
An
Amazing
excellent
game.
game.
Yeah, absolutely. If it wasn't for George messing up the Mafuba, I think it would have been a perfect game. But that's okay. It's fine. He's new. He'll get better as it goes along. Definitely. Guys, thank you so much for being here, guys, by the way. We really, really appreciate it. We're going to get the comments up here now. I'm sorry, guys, I'm missing the comments. It's just right now I'm doing the life, and I know that if I'm trying to manage the life and the chat, I'll miss the entire game.
And eat his little M&M, his peanut M&Ms.
I wish I had M&Ms. That's amazing. Did he negate God Charge attack? He did, but he dies to the second one.
Yeah.
But no excuses. No, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm so sorry. I'm just letting you guys know that why I've decided not to pay attention to the chat.
Machado commentary. Oof.
What?
I appreciate the...
Yes, Machado commentary is amazing, guys. That's why I brought him on here. He's a fantastic guy. He looks okay in a suit. Not quite as good as I do, but that's fine. Which is part of the.
Man, this is the last time I do this.
George is like, I'm tired of it. Okay,
I'm already tired of Dustin. Like, how much more time do I have to be with you exactly?
This is round 2 of 9, so not too much longer.
I'm calling it in. I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going home.
But no, yeah, I love it because I see my guys play all the time. I play against them all the time too. So I feel like I provide a little bit of a different point of view, I guess. Dustin, obviously, Dusty plays Infinite too. So I feel like having 2 players do this, we can both go based on our experiences.
Absolutely.
There's experiences that you've had in games that
Absolutely.
I've never had. There's experiences in games that I've seen or played that you haven't had. So I feel like this complements it perfectly. And I feel like we try to cover the spread as much as possible.
Yeah, it is actually a very big event, by the way.
Did we get a final count?
No, I was talking to Jim before this round, and he told me that they had I can't remember exactly what he said, but they had like 300 and some for sure, but they were going to have more than that, but they had to issue refunds.
Oh, man.
Because they almost had 400 players show up. Yeah, and so like if that would have happened, we couldn't have actually fit everybody in here.
No,
so
shout out to you guys.
That just shows you how ridiculously fast this game is growing.
Fantastic showing, because without you guys, obviously,
Absolutely.
most of you have been to other regionals too. Obviously, life gets in the way sometimes. You can't hit up every regional. We would love to.
Right.
Like, even I wasn't able to hit up the Hartford one, which was the first one. But other than that, you guys have been doing a great job of attending these events. And the bigger that they get, the more players start getting attracted to this game, which is what we want. We've had, today I actually talked to 2 of my sponsored Pokemon players, and they were here. And they were like,
that's
we're
awesome.
getting into Dragon Ball.
Oh,
I'm like,
dude,
man, these are top 10 players in the world for Pokemon.
Actually,
like,
I was
wow,
literally
I
talking
really
to a guy,
respect you guys,
and
man.
he was telling me, of course, I know nothing about, they did Molly. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to get.
Oh my God.
But no, I talked to a guy that was he was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was telling me that, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was starting to drop a little bit, and then Dragon Ball kind of came out, and they saw just, like, a visible drop again of it going down. It's like, I mean, it's awesome that players are deciding to come try our game out. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know I'm in a spot where I could possibly have bias, but honestly, this game is like my favorite card game ever.
No, 100%.
Like, it's super fun. It's very interactive. It has tons of different decisions to make in a turn.
So
I mean, there's times where I'll play games on stream and they'll last an hour because I'm just thinking so much. I'm like, I want to make the right play. I'm like,
Exactly.
so
So
it's
many
just
things to
awesome
do.
to have those games.
And definitely what Dusty says is not false whatsoever. I mean, like, I try to learn every single game because we have obviously support every game in store. I'm not going to just support one game. I'm not a one game store.
Right.
But yeah, I always tell people it's just like I played all the games and I play them regularly sometimes, and it's just, this one's just visibly better. There's no bias that that I'm here with my teams and they're obviously winning all the events. Like, I don't care. Our Yu-Gi-Oh players are still winning all the events.
Absolutely.
But I still don't see the same value and the same attrition or
It's just fun. It's fun to watch. It's actually extremely fun to commentate too.
It is.
Actually,
It is.
really
I've
fun.
never had. I've commentated Yu-Gi-Oh for Jim before from ARG,
Uh-huh.
and it was never this fun. 100%. No, nothing with the person that I was commentating, which obviously wasn't as good looking as Dusty or anything like
I mean,
that. But,
that's fact. It's the
it was
truest thing I've ever heard on stream.
but it was no. It's just the gameplay. It's just
Right.
like and he's dead.
And he died. Yep.
And he died.
Yeah, they were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! At lunch yesterday, and there's like a new combo out where you just die before your opponent gets to play. I was like,
There's an
that seems
SDK again.
Yeah, I was
and
like,
they just came out with a ban list. They're like, let's fix the problems. Oh wait,
there's a problem.
oops.
It's like, could you imagine if you were just like, turn 1, I'm going to kaba, you die.
Infinite,
All right,
you're dead.
you ready? Like, next turn? It's like, what the
Next
heck?
game, let's go.
Yeah, it's like unbelievable.
Awesome. So it looks like a full power Frieza and a Beerus too. It looks like he drew a lot of his high drops, so he's putting them efficiently into the mana because
Yep.
he doesn't want to see those till later. Going through his cycles, Majin Buu, great at cycling the deck. I think he hit with the Avenging Frieza. I don't remember. He might have hit. Did he hit off the Avenging Frieza? I'm not sure if he whiffed or missed, but
I think he hit off the Avenging Frieza. I think he hit.
by the way, Avenging Frieza, one of the least likely cards to ever hit in this card. Like, out
Yes.
of all the searchers that people play in decks, I think Avenging Frieza has like a 50-50 on the hit.
What really stinks about and I talked to Shots about this a lot, which was like, I feel like Bandai is in set 3. They need to be adding just a couple Frieza's army cards.
Yeah,
each
just a
set.
little bit.
Just
like,
sprinkle them in.
They
You know
keep
what I mean?
making them into the other one,
Right.
Frieza's clan,
Yeah,
instead of
Frieza clan.
Frieza's
Yeah,
army.
and
It's
it's making this Avenger Frieza just like worse and worse and worse.
and
because
what's
ones
the
that-
difference, by the way, guys? Like Frieza's,
Frieza's
clan
army.
and
I think
Frieza's army,
Frieza's
like,
clan is like your family, right?
oh,
Right.
okay,
So it's like-
okay,
it's like-
yeah, like the
yeah.
Uchiha clan.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Okay,
I think so.
I
And
guess.
Frieza's army is like Ginyu, right? Like,
yeah.
Right.
All right, you're right. I'm just stupid.
we'll get used to saying that word. Not that you're stupid, but that I'm right.
But we can go with that one too.
While you're on the topic. Yeah, absolutely not. George is an amazing player, an amazing guy. Had an amazing time in Miami, by the way.
No, yeah, Miami. How do you like the weather there?
It was very hot, but I got used to it very fast. So
I was actually expecting it to be a lot colder and more miserable here, but it's little
beautiful
bit less
here.
good.
I told my wife, I was like, actually, the weather came with me, traveled back with me, because it's like amazing.
Fantastic. Now everywhere you go, it's gonna be hot, and you're gonna be like, yes. You're gonna be like, I'm blessed by the sun.
I'm blessed by the sun. Cursed by the sun.
You see palm trees everywhere you go. It's like, what's going on? Hey, something interesting in Josh's energy, that's an expanding energy Android 17.
Absolutely.
And that card is a complete powerhouse. It's just a resource engine's like best friend. This is something that will replenish everything that you have lost, that may have happened in the game, that, you know, those combos that you regretted. You're like, oh man, I have so little cards in hand.
Right.
And then here comes Android 17, filling up that hand, being a true boy. A really good card. At 5 energy, it's a little bit better in Androids because you can cast it for 4 energy, but it's still not terrible casting it for 5. You see Soul Striker doing it, and now you see Broly doing it.
Yeah, this is one of the things you hate to see as a Broly player, too, where your opponent has just a bunch of dorks on the field. I mean, and it doesn't have, like, bad dorks. Like, he doesn't have, like, the yellow dorks that he's going to sacrifice. He has 2 boos on the field. And so he has to find a way to deal with these boos before he can awaken, and that way take advantage of the awaken side of Broly. If not, that's essentially 2 passes right there on Raul's side of the board, which is 2 boos, which is unfortunate. So we'll see if Josh can find a way to get around that. It's going to be stage 1 in this game for Josh, finding a way to get around those 2 boos. Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting to see what he does.
So Josh looks like has a pretty good pretty good amount of cards in hand.
Oh yeah, Josh, tons of cards in hand.
When I play Broly, I feel like I'm always down in cards because I always have to play a Broly's rings. So that's essentially you're playing with one card less.
Yeah, and Lord forbid you have to play Pargus out or whatever. Yeah, that card's just like miserable. Right.
You're like, I have a dead guy on board, a card that I had to dedicate for another dead card.
Right.
It's oh man. Yeah. But you have to play it. It's necessary.
So here's Vegeta. We'll pop him out. He's actually a very interesting card.
This was in the main board for Josh, so you know it's not coming out of the sideboard, which is really, really, really interesting, especially in this Broly deck that, like I said, guys, you don't have too much space, especially when you're playing this package that you have to dedicate so many cards to. You're playing a full power Vegeta, man, you really must have seen something.
Yes, full power
to really
Vegeta.
Have you main deck that card.
3 cost, 2 green. Auto, when you play this card, choose any number of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost 2 or less, for which the total adds up to 3 or less, and KO them. So, pretty complicated wording there.
Okay.
But essentially, what this card does is, again, you can choose a number of cards that your opponent has that cost 2 or less that add up to 3. So you can choose like 3 ones.
3 ones,
a 2 and a 1.
Most likely in this deck, especially against Golden Frieza. So what he wants to be doing is hitting those Sorbets. He wants to be hitting those Goldos.
Right.
He wants to be hitting those Majin Boos. And I don't know. As Josh, do I really think Raul's going to leave those 1-drops on field?
Right.
I feel like the point of the Golden Frieza deck is keep the dorks, let's call them dorks, in your hand, and then play one every turn so you can draw, cycle. You know, are you really going to keep them on board? I mean, Majin Buu's obviously going to stay on board because you can't, dump them off to draw. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I like the card. I think the card is.
I think the card's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good in Broly. Like I said, he has to find a way to get rid of those little dudes, and he did. He found this card to do with.
That's true. Yeah, because you don't want your opponent getting rid of the little dudes for your Broly. You want them to hit the big dude. So that's a good card. But I don't know. I feel like just KO does the job a little bit better. But you have a 3 energy card versus a 4 energy card. So I see obviously the difference. You can't play the KO here. You had to play the full power Vegeta.
Can't confirm at the moment, but someone was saying there were some issues with the stream. I'm not sure.
Like, what do you mean issues? Like,
Max just sent me a message saying on the Facebook people are saying there's some stream issues. I'm not sure.
I'll check. I mean, I don't know. Guys, is there any issues with the stream? Let
us know in the comments if there's anything
like clarity-wise, or just like.
I don't know. That's all Max just sent me. So.
Oh, I don't think so, guys. Is there any issues on the stream?
They probably saw Dusty on stream and they were like, "There's something wrong."
Yeah. What's happened is that.
I'm not sure.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Again, we are streaming on cell phone internet, guys.
Yes,
so
it's not the best.
If there are any issues, we apologize. But everything will be uploaded on YouTube as fast as possible next week in full HD. So you'll be able to see it fine there if there's issues now. But everything has been good for me. No issues. All
Okay.
good.
That's great,
All right,
guys.
looks good. Okay. I'd say what
I was
happened
so
was.
worried for a second. I was like, you haven't been streaming this whole time, actually, guys. All these
just been
viewers
down
are
the whole
fake. This chat is completely made up.
I've actually went crazy, and they're all just in my head. And I think, no, it's probably what happened was that guy that probably saw us in the suit, and they blinded them. That's what's happened.
Blinded.
Yeah, they
Like,
saw
this
how good we
can't
look.
be- Is this Magic the Gathering? Because it looks
They
like
look
they're
so
playing
good. That's
Dragon Ball.
All right, good. Hey, Dusty and George, what's up, Spider-Verse?
Yo. We're actually looking at the chat now. We got it pulled up on my phone.
Yep, smart.
We're all good. I should have brought my tablet. My fiance has it. She took it held hostage forever.
That's what they do. They start taking. Yeah,
Right?
they start taking your tablet before you know it's your entire life.
Takes your whole stream setup. Not even streaming anymore, guys. Sorry. All right, so
All right.
Gold on board. You see, I don't know. Like, I guess I just play Gold and Frieza completely differently. I like having these blockers in hand, especially when you see that your opponent's playing Kale and, like, full power Vegeta. Like, do you want to get punished? But it looks like he's dodging these.
He is?
Thankfully, he's dodging, like, all these cards that could be punishing him. But... And he really values those 10k Friezas. He must love them because he discarded a Dodoria for one, and he still won that game.
I know. He keeps discarding these Adoras. The fact he has 2 in energy right now, it's probably like breaking his heart. Let's see what happens here.
Does he have a double blue? Actually, I don't even think he has a double blue. He might be a 4 energy with 1 blue, so he might or might not have the results. I don't know if Josh is actually going to try to awaken him here. That's actually a legitimate concern here.
Right.
Do you awaken your opponent?
Could you imagine how good Broly would be if you could attack your opponent's cards and make him discard a card?
Jeez, that
would be so good.
So great.
Yeah, Josh does have the ability here to actually kill the Goldo if he wanted with his promo that he got, and then it doesn't matter. Actually, never mind. He just plays out the other Frieza. Has all 4 already. Very powerful card. But he does have promo Broly in hand, so he can play it out and kill one of these threats, like kill a Goldo, and then it forces opponents to have to kill one of the other ones with the Broly attack. They can even pressure the Frieza with, there's Bio Army. Even better. I love this card.
Yeah.
I love this card in Broly. It's so much fun to watch. It puts so much pressure on your opponent. It seems like one of those cards that you shouldn't care about until your opponent attacks with it one time and you see him get it back, attack you with it again, and you're just like, never mind, this card's absurd.
It's great because it could problem solve a lot of the board problems that Josh is having right now. He wants to get rid of all the weenies on board so that Raul can start actually sacrificing off some cards of higher value. And it's something that could actually attack battle cards. A lot of the cards in this deck can attack battle cards.
Right.
So you have the Gotenks and then you have the leader that can attack battle cards. So that Bio Army producing a lot of efficiency and support, and it's just something that, you get the choice. Do you want to drop a card and then play it back? Sure. No?
Raul choosing another Dodora to discard.
I don't know. I mean, like, how many cards does he have in hand, though? I mean, to be fair, he has less cards than last time, but still, like, what are those other 2 cards? What do you have in hand, Raul? Why don't you value your Dodorians? Please.
I know, they're so good.
He must be playing 8.
I messed up his life. He was at 6 life, so maybe he just thinks he's not going to get value out of it. But Broly has to attack you to get his effect, and so Broly's going to awaken you. And so, like, to me, that's fine. Like, you just hold on to those 10 cost cards. They have to be one of the best cards in your deck. I just can't imagine it being incorrect to pitch them. He won last round, so maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Maybe. I mean, I've seen them. I don't know. I've seen Peter throw them away when he was playing Golden Frieza. Also, it's just not. I mean, it's not as good as in other decks. Just maybe like the Piccolo is in Soul Striker because they're results decks, so they're usually on the flip side for a lot longer than other decks.
Right.
But I don't know. There has to be another card that was like, even negates in the early game. Yeah, sure, you want to hold on to them, but I'll throw one away over a 10k any day.
Absolutely.
Any day.
All right, we'll attack in here 15,000 to 15,000 Frieza into Broly here. Awaken Broly. So Josh is going to go ahead and decide to stop that attack. Interesting. And here's Big Daddy.
Raul did skip his charge phase, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is smart. It's a very smart play against hand destruction. Any kind of thing that makes you discard, because it essentially gives you that extra card to pitch every turn.
Exactly, yeah. Sometimes you just have to against these decks that are just taking cards for free.
Uh-huh.
That's the power of having decks like Gotenks and Broly. Like, They're taking away from your resources, so those extra resources that you normally have as energy or as extra combos, now you don't have.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Raul doing a great job here. This is a 20,000 double striker dual attacker coming out, and since you're being obviously fantastic with this Mecha Frieza here.
25 or 20?
It's 20. Yeah,
it's 20.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
20
a 15K
okay.
base. Yeah. Oh, nice. There's the.
Okay.
Our judge, by the way, doing a fantastic job with these
Great
tokens
job,
and helping
yeah.
us out here.
He's been fantastic.
Yeah. And there's Trunks.
Yeah, double striker is not.
Yeah, dual attack, double striker. Is pretty powerful. All right, Josh, in a great spot right here, being able to kill this Mecha Frieza for free. Which will awaken Raul, though.
It will, but, I mean, I think it's good enough that he got away last turn without awakening him because it took away from his charge phase. And now he has, like, so little resources left. So here, I don't even feel bad. I'm just attacking. You know, I don't care. I'm awakening you, but it's going to have to happen, you know?
Right.
Sometimes players are too scared to go in, and Josh has a pretty good amount of cards in hand.
He does. And I'll tell you what, you really can't, there's not really anything that I'm afraid of from Raul anymore. There's no downside from attacking.
No,
he's used all 4 of his Friezas.
Raul has 1 card in hand, right?
Right.
So he's getting rid of that 1 card, so he has no cards in hand. He's effectively going to awaken, he's going to take 1 from life, he's going to awaken, draw 2, that's 3 cards.
He's going to go from 1 to 3.
Yes. So, I think we're fine here.
Yeah, here's Gotenks. Smart move here.
And the beautiful thing about this is that Raul's not going to have a hand. That means I know my opponent has no 10Ks. My opponent has no 10Ks. My opponent has no negates. He's starting from fresh.
Raul's last card hand was Sensu Bean. Do you think you just double Sensu Bean, knowing that you're going to have to discard that card next turn?
I probably would have done it anyways, yeah. Then Josh could have easily not attacked him. It would have made a no attack a little bit easier, but...
Yeah. And then you have a 25K...
this is in the worst position that you attack.
Josh deciding to actually not attack with Broly.
Why not? Raul's at 4. Oh, because then he would have to get rid of the Gotenks. But no, that just...
Yeah, he would have to get rid of Gotenks. Maybe he just wants to keep Gotenks on the board, but...
it's going to die anyways.
That can't be as good as just killing the Mecha.
That Mecha Frieza still has dual strike, correct?
Right.
It just doesn't have double strike.
Right, it doesn't have double strike anymore. It does have dual attack, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the first turn. Actually, when we first played with it, I thought I kept it the whole game. I was like, holy crap. Peter, how'd you do? Well, I mean, yeah, how'd you guys do? Did you do 2-0? Yeah, Peter actually going 2-0 with,
Goku Black.
Goku Black.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can tell people now. He's pretty much made it public. Yeah. Everyone knows now.
We'll definitely try to get him in for an interview here at some point.
Yeah, hopefully this match ends a little bit quick. Even though I don't want it to, because this is a fantastic match. I really like it. I really think Josh should have won that first game, and I feel like he's going to win the second game. So it's going to be evened here if Josh does win.
Right.
But I'm really still just trying to think why he didn't attack with Broly there. Maybe he just forgot.
It's possible he forgot. Maybe he realizes he's in such a good spot and he just got the jitters. Maybe he thinks he could protect this Gotenks since his opponent only has, a couple cards in hand, and then next turn he can get 2 discards off, and that's just more powerful. Which actually maybe makes a little bit of sense. Maybe he just really feels like he can keep it alive. Another Mecha Frieza to kill. We're down to 2 cards in hand. See what's Raul attacking in for 15,000 dual attack double strike, going up to 20 for the first attack. See what Josh is going to do here. Josh with Cell's Absorption in hand. He's going to take it.
Is that bad?
He took it?
No. Oh, just a little warning that we got on the OBS.
Yeah, it just means we should be fine. Hopefully. Oh no, did it mess up?
And Dustin's data's gone. Yeah, I said OBS, something about OBS.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. We just do. I mean we'll do what we can. We're always recording them. Rip. Yeah, I mean definitely trying our best. There's a problem with the stream. I'm sorry, guys. It should pick back up. It looks like it's just a cell phone thing. Obviously, you're gonna have those. Don't expect this to be a flawless stream, guys.
Rest in peace does his bank account. We're
going to keep commentating because this will be live on YouTube, so we're going to keep going. We apologize again, guys, everyone watching live, and if you're watching on YouTube now, apologize for you guys if you were watching live. Again, we are streaming off a cell phone. We just want to do a little bonus coverage, just do something to have this up here for you guys.
We tried everything in the book to try to make this happen, and even if we were only able to stream round 1 and a little bit of round 2, we're going to try to fix the problem and hopefully bring it back. But regardless, this will be recorded onto YouTube. Oh, a cell absorption.
Yeah, we talked about that. It was in his hand, so that's going to be no cards. Putting Raul at 0 cards in hand.
I really want to see Josh's build. I don't know how he fit all these cards in.
Yeah,
they all look so great.
Yeah, they really do. He has, I think, 1 card in hand, 1 life now. This is gonna knock him down to 3. Oh, he's actually at 3. I'm sorry. So it's not knock him down to 2 here. Disconnected here. Hopefully we get this fixed, guys. I'm sorry. I'll work on it after this round. But anyway, this attack from the Trunks is going to knock Raul to 2 life, and then he's going to be able to attack with Josh and actually take that card out of his hand. So now he's back to 0 cards in hand and 2 life. But there is a blocker on the field. So he has to find a way to get rid of this blocker. If he can find a way to get rid of this blocker, then he can hopefully put some pressure. But he couldn't, unfortunately. I'm going to hit stop stream here. Raul attacking for 15,000 into Broly's 15,000. This is 15 into 15 with Josh at what appears to be 1 life. Raul probably doesn't have the ability to really pressure him. He's going to use a negate and just negate it. Okay, here's 15,000. Remember, it is dual attack. Maybe we'll see Mafuba come out here, which would be insane. He's tapping into. There it is. The
Mafuba, finally.
There it is. So that's going to shut down that dual attacker, but unfortunately put Josh in a situation where he's now tapped out with 1 life.
1 life.
He's thinking about
it.
He's
like, wait. Hold on. Let me get all the specifics correct again. How many cards in hand? No. Oh, okay. I mean,
that makes sense. You get 5,000 more power.
Yeah. Oh, he could do both. Why not do both?
Why not? Actually, that's a good point, George. Why do 1 when you can do both?
Oh, Dodoria, the card that he hates so much.
Draws a Dodoria off of the...
oh, Jesus. Off the Dodoria?
Yeah, he drew a Dodoria off of the Frieza, Frieza kill draw, which is unbelievable.
That wraps it up. Raul Ochoa takes it with Golden Frieza on the back of Mecha Frieza that game. You saw so much pressure. So many cards that need to be committed to that card. It's
Absolutely.
just 2 strikes at the 4 energy cost. I feel like is just so much value at that at that point. Like, you know, you expect the dual strikes from like the 6 energy cards, but you don't expect it from something as low as like a 4-drop. I don't think there's anything else of that caliber at 4.
Right, absolutely.
Extremely good. And 15, you know, it could be stronger, but if it was a little bit stronger, it would be an insane card, especially at 4 energy. But that pair with Sensu being best friends, match made in heaven. And you see the ability of Golden Frieza just being able to do that. Same thing Soul Striker does, just pump out double threats in 1 turn.
I'm just going to switch over to Cash Dice here. It all adds up. You know what I mean? It does. It all adds up. I'm going to switch this around too, guys. Holy crap. Just so you guys know. Oh, that's bad of me. Is it this one? Yeah. All right, guys. But yeah, definitely. Oh, 1 equals 2.
Yep.
As that turns out.
Fine.
That's a good. Guys, definitely. I mean, the thing about Mecha Frieza is that ability was so good that turn because the ability let him play 2 threats to go for game and drew him into a Dodora, which is just icing on the cake essentially. I don't think Josh could have beat both threats anyway, but he definitely couldn't beat both threats plus Dodora. Yeah. So it's really sealed the game away for him. Which is fantastic, guys. Again, guys, sorry about the stream. I know it's like definitely not live now, but we apologize. Hopefully we'll get everything back up in between rounds. Again, we're going off cell phone internet, guys. Remember, the stream was just the bonus, so we'll try to keep getting it up. But guys, the games are recorded and will be on YouTube. So of course you guys know that because you're watching on YouTube right now. So George, Any last words before we get out of here?
No, that was an interesting match. I really liked that Broly deck for sure. It seemed like it was doing a lot of work. And I think that there was some plays that, obviously some different lines of play that you could have done. But it was really interesting to see like how you had to play each matchup differently. You saw the Golden Frieza, like I said, they're getting rid of your board. Sometimes you don't want to leave those cards out.
Right.
You saw the full power Frieza go into effect with all the 1-drops. Like there's so many things that matchups just bring to you that the deck normally don't. And it was just really interesting to see it all play out.
Definitely. All right, well guys, we'll see you here very shortly for round 3. I think we're actually like 5 minutes away or 2 minutes away from round 3 or this round 2 finishing. So we'll probably see you guys back in like 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And with us, love having you, love seeing you, and we'll see you for round 3.